It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine you got.
It was very surprising to see you there, big fella, too.
I was not
memorable.
invited.
How'd you like my bathing suit, Ernie?
Well, let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Both teams extra focused on a win here as the Cleveland Cavaliers come to the Staples Center looking for a win. Fresh off that solid road win against the Lakers.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Now here's Bryant. Hibbert with a screen for Bryant. Off the pick. The shot no good. And Cleveland the other way now. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. I mean, free throws and foul trouble for your opponents. Come on now. That's a winning recipe all day long.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
He passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that one.
The old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars.
And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Nobody near Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. Irving's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And, there's all this talk about Kobe now being the leader of missed shots, having that record. But listen, the guys that are in the top 5 of that list, all Hall of Fame players. So you don't miss a lot of shots unless your team trusts you to take them, and you're pretty good.
Here's Irving. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, Irving kicks to Love. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played.
And guys, a final thought on Kobe. I mean, all the players on that list were heavily leaned on for scoring. I take any of the top guys on that list over someone who's afraid to shoot the ball when their number's called.
Randall kicks to Bryant. Here's Hibbert. Knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. That's good.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Now, here is Russell. And the layup is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
James against Bryant. LeBron passes to Love. Here's Mozgov. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And here's Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Randall with a screen for Russell. To the middle. Randall dishes to Hibbert. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Love. Who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert? A guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
And Hibbert hits them both.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Russell kicks to Hibbert. And a missed layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's LeBron. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Byron Scott. They're facing a team that they've yet to beat this season, 2 losses. And I asked him what they needed to do to turn it around. He said, quote, "At the end of the day, it comes down to putting points on the board, and we've got to find a way to be effective despite their shot blocking. Even if we shoot a few more jumpers, if we can crash the boards, we'll create some good opportunities. Guys, they need to break through and grab a win here today."
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, Doris. Guys?
And, you know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Attack being the operative word, all in caps. I mean, it has to be an active, assertive approach they use. They can't sit back and be passive.
And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him. Check out the story on Kyrie Irving. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game last year, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Nick Young's checked in for Kobe. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jordan Clarkson.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward. You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Russell kicks to Williams. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Russell against Williams. Shot clock at 6. Russell passes to Young. Offensive rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. LeBron against Bass. Here's Varejao. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Young kicks to Russell. Puts it up from 12. Young dishes to Sacre. And Thompson sends it back. Williams from outside. The shot no good.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Nick Young and Kobe Bryant filling out the wings. Robert Sacre is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Williams at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. It's why he's best suited as a sixth man, in my opinion.
He misses the free throw.
And Williams certainly does personify that sixth man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Sacre. Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Clarkson in for Young. And he sinks the second.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. A shot's good from Irving.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
Here is Love, following the score by Lou Williams. Mozgov, Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Clarkson passes to Kobe, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bryant's got 7.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Jefferson. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and he makes good on his first shot of the game. Shumpert's got his first 2 points.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
All right, Staples Center, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
Chance now to see the numbers for Kevin Love. Good season for him last year. He was around 16 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. Outside Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Williams has got his second basket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
No good from Irving. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Fires from 14, and too long on the shot.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the score by Cleveland. Mozgov with the block. 3-on-3. Shumpert in the corner. Takes a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Williams kicks to Bryant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to winning. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
First free throw is good. With Kobe and his competitiveness, it is something that he's coped with. Said it took him a while in the league, Clark, to realize not everyone loves basketball as much as he does.
Yeah, you know, even if you don't have the same kind of drive that has propelled Kobe all these years, I think you have to respect him for it. It shouldn't be a problem for potential free agents, in my opinion.
And he makes both free throws. Here is Williams looking for his first basket still in this one. James outside. Lets it go from the wing, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. And he's good on the second.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
Here's Smith following the bucket by the Lakers. The screen from Thompson. Russell against Williams. Clock at 6. From deep. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Good job there by Varejao setting that screen.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Clarkson with the ball. Williams picks him up. It's deflected. The floater, but they get it back. Russell against Smith. Russell dishes to Sacre. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Varejao, and it's sent back by Russell. It's Young on the wing, covered by Smith. Smith against Young. Back to Russell. Out left to the wing. Here's Clarkson. And the rejection by James. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Lakers shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Amon Shumpert is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bryant's shot is off. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Randle passes to Russell. It's stolen by Amon Shumpert. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Shumpert with the ball. Mozgov wide open. He fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proven to be worth it.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Irving against Russell. Irving kicks to Shumpert. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Amon Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
The Lakers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorer. LeBron James third.
Well, anytime you can be one of the best scorers in the league, that's special company and something you should be proud of. It's not easy to do on a consistent basis to be amongst the scoring leaders.
So he can't get either to fall.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Here's Hibbert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 5. Here's Shumpert. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
Taken away by Williams. Now the Lakers on the break. Bryant's running. And the shot is good.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Shumpert. Lakers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Now here's Irving. He's got 9. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game. Now here is Russell. He's guarded closely. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Roof shots.
And he makes the first. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. Well, I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player. look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game, 5th in second chance points. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Los Angeles. Russell dishes to Hibbert. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Love.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Well, they've been shooting their free throws with confidence and knocking them down. That's giving them an edge, no question about it.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And both free throws good for Roy Hibbert.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Dellavedova. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Williams. Hibbert, the pass to Kobe. And Bass kicks to Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Passes to Bass. Wide open. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. And the Lakers lead by 9.
There's been some slippage defensively here in the second half, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they've given up some easy baskets here.
Now, here is Irving. 11 points in the game. Outside, Kobe. Back to Russell. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. And the shot is good. LeBron's got 7.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Bass, a screen on Irving. And Thompson sends it back. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And now just a 5-point Laker lead.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Picked by Williams. Outside Russell. That is good. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
James, a screen on Russell. Irving attacking, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And it's Hibbert, top of the key. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Hibbert. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Irving dishes to James. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Roy Hibbert.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
Yeah, what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Jefferson passing to Thompson. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
You can see the emphasis is to get out and run.
Here is Bryant. He's got 14. Hibbert with a screen on Jefferson. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers on top. They lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Cleveland. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Nick Young. And it's Zachary in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Williams. Love wide open. He fires. Can't make good off the screen.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Shumpert with it, picked up by Bryant. Now here's Williams. He's tightly guarded. Here's Mozgov. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Shumpert up top, defended by Young to take the lead. The rebound by Zachary.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Shumpert. Young with no one around. Misfires after coming off the pick. Cavaliers trailing. Williams with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Kobe against Smith. Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. Just 5 on the clock. They now take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Ladies and gentlemen, go Laker girls!
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Outside jumper. Fires for three, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. The Lakers making a switch here. Russell's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Smith wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Fast break. The Lakers. It's stolen by Smith. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Russell. And here's Love from the arc. Good. And the Cavaliers lead by 7. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Cleveland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Love with the screen on Russell. Williams kicks to Love. Pass to Jumper. Picked by Mozgov. Jumper off the screen. Rebound the Lakers.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now here's Bryant. Amon Jumper unable to get his last shot to go. 5 to shoot from 8. Here's Sacre. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Cleveland, LeBron comes in for Smith. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Mo Williams.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Ryan against James. Hibbert with a screen on James. Shoots from the high post. Second shot opportunity. Count it, and the foul. That one on Love.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there. Some fantastic numbers here for Hibbert. 9 points and 2 rejections. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other. A terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
All right, students, and look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
1:29 left here in the fourth quarter. LeBron dishes to Irving. They set the pick. Lets a floater go. 9 feet out. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 11 points for LeBron.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
All right, Staples Center, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
Here's Bryant. That drops. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
We've got 1:08 left in the game. LeBron outside. There's the dish to Irving. Off target from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Bryant against James. Picked by Randall. Pass to Hibbert to tie it up. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Here's Love. Hibbert pulls it in.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
One after the other, Kobe taking care of business.
All right, Staples Center, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's LeBron with the drive, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
At the line for the Lakers, Timothy Mozgov. Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Irving with the ball. Feeds to James. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
From deep three-point range. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. And it's the Cavaliers to start out, so the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for the Lakers right now, Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Williams is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. Now here's Kobe after LeBron James's miss. And it's Kobe missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He has 15 points and 4 assists as well.
2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now, here is Russell. And there's the pass to Hibbert, 11 feet away, and Shumpert pulls it down. Cavaliers leading. Now the feed to Irving. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Timeout call for the Lakers. Ladies and gentlemen, your Laker girls.
We play just over a minute here in OT. Got that one up quick. 22 points for Kobe Bryant.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Laker girls.
We're just over a minute into overtime here. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. And so it's Cleveland with it. A 2-point game. James in the post, defended by Bryant. LeBron's shot is good.
Oh, great move to get to the rack there against the guy who doesn't really just have the strength to be able to keep him away from the rim.
All right, Stephen Seven, rookies coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
James against Bryant. Here's Hibbert. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. 14 points for Roy Hibbert.
Kobe doing a great job being a playmaker on that one.
Irving kicks to James. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Another miss by LeBron. Shumpert against Kobe. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. That's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The steal there, as gutsy a play defensively as you're going to see.
Now here's Bryant. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Irving against Kobe. Irving kicks to LeBron. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They lead by 4. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. 32 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Russell kicks to Kobe. Over in the corner, Williams. Hibbert, the pass to Williams. And again, the Lakers no good.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
Outside Irving. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron fans obviously love seeing both you and Kobe on the floor out there competing. What does it mean to you in a game like tonight?
It means a lot to go against him. That's somebody I idolized when I was in high school, and to be on the same floor with him, 2 times a year is great. He's one of the best of all time, still one of the best in this league today, and it's always good going against someone that you know is going to compete every possession.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.